I remember I got a phone call one day and said, we're having a retirement party for you and several other people. I just turned 65. And I said, well, I'm not retiring. I'm still teaching. Oh, well, we thought you were. It was from the alumni or from the public relations, I guess it was. So they still went ahead and had it, but I wasn't there. I wasn't retiring. So I've kept on teaching, and now I'm teaching part-time, but I teach a wonderful class. It's one I designed 9 years ago, World Music and Culture. And the course is kind of designed for me because all the traveling I've done overseas and the places I've been and the music, I grew up listening to Indian music and Chinese music and Malay music and so on. So it's part of my background. And I have, in addition to my office, I have 2 other rooms full of instruments that I use to demonstrate to students or play for them. Now, I played the balalaika here, which was one instrument. By the way, that piece I played is called babushka. It means grandmother. And the first time I heard that was the first year I went over to Russia. The children were singing it. There were several hundred children singing this wonderful, beautiful, melancholy song. But it was so beautiful the way they sang it. So I transcribed it for violin and piano. And then later I did it on the balalaika. I learned how to play that somewhat. So that was a Russian piece. The other piece on the violin, Day by Day, is a favorite hymn. And the music I played over there was mostly sacred music, and to set the mood for the sermon. And I remember the Vadim Butov, the pastor, he's just a young guy, really. He's only in his 40s. He told me, he says, we make a good team. He says, when you play, he says, it's like plowing up the field. When I preach, I sow the seed. So I thought it was a nice analogy. And I thought, well, does it really help that much? Couldn't they have meetings without music? Well, in Volgograd, I came across a lady. She was showing us around the city, and she said, you don't remember me, but I came to the meetings only to hear you play. And as soon as you played, I left. I came the next morning and the next night, and then at the beginning of the meeting when you played several numbers, then I would leave. So I think what happened that they switched. They wanted me to play beginning and the end. So when she found that out, she had to sit through the whole meeting, which she did. And she says, now, she says, I'm a faithful member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So it was music that actually drew her, and that made me feel good. I said, well, now I know it's helping, bring souls to Christ. The privilege I have of teaching, when I think of the awesome responsibility of working with young people and molding their lives and helping them. I'm in the field of music, and I have been all my life practically. And today it's a little harder in some respects. If a kid comes along who has exceptional talent and they want to know what they can do with it, there are many opportunities out there. Some of the first things that come into a person's mind is, well, I don't necessarily want to teach music. It can be hard. We have music education courses where they can. If they want to teach, that's a wonderful vocation, a wonderful profession to go into, to be able to teach music. But others may not want to do it. The danger is to get wrapped up in the wrong kind of music or the wrong field of music where it becomes strictly entertainment. I'm not saying that's exclusively bad, because you can witness wherever you are. And I found that to be true when I was going to graduate school. It was not an Adventist school, Johns Hopkins University, Peabody Conservatory of Music. But it made me stand up more for my beliefs, because people asked me, hey, how come you didn't take any coffee out of the coffee machine? Why are you taking brewer's yeast? Okay, I got a chance to tell them some things, And but in music, I would encourage young people to pursue it. The main thing, if you are really good at what you do, there will be an opening. Whether it's performing in evangelism, if you're a singer, or a pianist, you can accompany in evangelistic meetings or teach. And if you're an instrumentalist, you can be a band director, or you can be a director in a local orchestra, or whatever. There are many opportunities. And now there's a new field that's opened up in media, where our church is putting out videos and things. We need composers to be able to write music to these things. And so there are a lot of opportunities, and you can search and find these out. But you have to have a passion for it. I don't advise people doing music if it's something like, well, maybe I'll try this. You don't try it, you do it, with a passion. And if you have that in your life, God will bless you and you will be successful. The devil will try to work against you, but God has been faithful, will help you out in your decision to follow whatever you want to do in music.